Hi guys, it's me again, Angel, and we're back again with another video, with another informative video. In this video, we're going to talk about the differences between the primitive communism and the egalitarian society. I hope we learned something. I hope we are able to gather information about the old generations that we haven't been into. So I hope you learned something and I hope you like it. Thank you!
Primitive communism refers to the collective right to basic resources, the absence of hereditary status or authoritarian rule, and the egalitarian relationships that preceded exploitation and economic stratification in human history. A little insight of history of primitive communism. Karl Marx and Engels were inspired by Lewis Henry Morgan's description of communism in Living that characterized the Iroquois nation of North America. This speculative evolutionary history by Lewis highlighted the liberty and equality among the ancient people that was evident in Asian. Engels transformed this idea into an evolutionary theory with a publication, The Origin of the Family, in 1884. Characteristics of primitive communism are full democracy, lack of specialization, absence of exploitation, shifting cultivation, hunting and gathering, no economic surplus, and shared property. Full democracy happens because about all members of the society had to make decisions to arrive at the solution regardless of their sexes, regardless of their genders. Lack of specialization happens because all people in the society are supposed to do all their jobs together. Jobs include tool making, gathering fruits, preparing shelter, and hunting. Next is the absence of exploitation. This is the communal societies has neither exploiters or exploited. The fourth one is the shifting cultivation. Primitive economic organizations were of the subsistence type. That is, they fall into the broad category of production-consumption economies. One important reason for this is the absence of, as is illustrated by shifting cultivation. And the fifth one is the hunting and gathering. Hunting-gathering societies hunt animals and gather plants as their means of survival. Hunter-gatherers move about a great deal in search of food, but they cover only a small area because their food sources are so limited. Usually men were hunting and women were gathering. Next is the no economic surplus. All production was for keeping members of. Lastly is the shared property. There is no concept of ownership beyond individual possessions. The tribe shares everything in order to ensure its survival. The rise of social class society has changed the human history. The communal ways of organizing society have since changed. Humans have moved from a society of equality and communal living to one characterized by oppression and exploitation. The agricultural revolutions around the world have transformed most hunters and gatherers to farmers. The need for a political structure affairs of the communities has brought up and decision making. According to communist theory, there are two main social classes. First, there is the working class, consisting of the workmen and laborers who are exploited by their capitalist bosses. Then there is the bourgeoisie, the capitalist. They just profit from the work of their employees and are seen as the enemies of the working class. They should be extinguished or re-educated. in the money but to be a useful member of society. Next is the egalitarian society. An egalitarian society is one in which there are many positions of prestige in any given age, sex, and grade. There are persons capable of filling them. Next, we are going to tackle about the economic feature in egalitarian society. First, we have the pastoralism. It refers to owning domesticated animals for production, transportation, or slaughter, as well as successfully stealing horses and maintaining a herd of livestock. Second is the generosity. It refers to doing feast, giving gifts, self-search depreciation, distributing resources to a group, and providing voluntary assistance in economic activities. Third, we have it refers to culturally specific luxury goods such as rare or liquidable asset through travel or trade, owning a high-quality dwelling, owning symbolically or economically valued items, or slave ownership. Lastly, horticulture refers to success in growing food, production of surpluses of staple constantly yielding goods, harvest, proficiency in gathering wild plant foods, felling and maintaining productivity, and cultivation. Geographic knowledge refers to knowing the homeland well-being, able to predict or identify resources, traveling to foreign land, pioneering new territory, processing knowledge of the outside world, traveling in dangerous, life-threatening conditions successfully, the ability to influence outsider for group interest, and maintaining or establishing intergroup political relations. There are three ritual features of egalitarian society. We have the augury, shamanism, and ceremony. Augury refers to being able to predict events or catastrophes, the ability to interpret dreams, and the foreseeing the future and foreseeing success. Next, we have the shamanism. It refers to successfully healing deceased individuals, possessions of supernatural spirits, application of medicinal plants or magical surgical techniques, the use and application of magic for healing purposes or manipulation of spirit world. Lastly, we have the ceremony. It refers to displaying ritual leadership or experience, completion of initiating ceremonies associated with puberty of age set requirements, completion of cultural ceremonies related to the situations or needs, membership in elite or secret societies, or the ability to transfer ritual or ceremonial knowledge. There are also three personality features of egalitarian society. First, we have the self-control. Next, we have the aggressiveness and the intelligence. Self-control refers to maintaining reservation and control through tense situation, not displacing anger, taking a peaceful approach to many situations, and actively avoiding conflict. Aggressiveness refers to the ability to express opinion ideals vehemently when necessary, being able to express discontent without reservation, being forceful in aggressiveness with others, and gaining respect through aggressiveness displays. Lastly, we have the intelligence. It is to being quick-witted and able to understand decisions on the spot, being knowledgeable to subjects, and displaying contextual knowledge of educational knowledge. Egalitarian society has one theory. It is the modern egalitarianism theory. It is a theory that rejects the classic definition of egalitarianism as a possible achievement economically, politically, and socially. Modern egalitarianism theory outlines that if everyone had the same opportunity cost, then there would be no comparative advances and no one would gain from trading with each other. In essence, the immense gains people receive from trading with each other arise because they are unequal in characteristics and talents. These differences may be innate or developed so that people can gain from trading with each other. And that's all for today's vlog. I hope you learned something and I hope you gained information. That's all. Thank you.